morning and welcome back, or welcome to the vlog. If this is your first time stumbling on one of my videos, hi, welcome, I'm Taylor. I'm so glad you're here. I just woke up, as you can tell. I have just made a lovely cup of decaf green tea by the brand Bigelow. I'm gonna sit here and journal a bucket list because we are going to savor the end of summer together. I know that everyone is jumping into fall. It's right around the corner. It's knocking, I can feel it. I can kind of smell it, but it's still summer. So we're gonna savor it together. And I thought that it would be fun to just make like a little bucket list for the vlog. Just some things that I want to do to round out the summer. At the beginning of every season, I have been writing a bucket list. So in spring, I wrote things that I want to do in spring, and then I wrote a bucket list for things I want to do in the summer. I think I've done really well with that. I've checked off almost everything on my list. So I kind of want to round it out and make sure we're checking off a few other things. Just my favorite sticker to make you smile. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll do maybe 4 to 5 things. I want to have one last pool day just to soak up the summer, savor summer. That's not to say that I won't still be going to the pool possibly, because it's gonna be very hot here for a long time, so who knows, but I do wanna have like one last August traditional summer season pool day, and we're gonna do that today. Andrew and I are actually gonna go to yoga here in about an hour, and then we're gonna follow up with the pool. So let's start there. I want to finish a summer book. I have 2 really good ones that I'll share with you guys later. I will definitely be reading both, but we will be reading at least one in this vlog. I also wanna go pick up some summer flowers, and then I wanna have like a summer drink. I am thinking actually of picking up some non-alcoholic Chardonnay. I know that sounds funny. I've actually never drank non-alcoholic wine or spritzers before. So I was thinking maybe it'd be nice to pick up something like that and put some like fresh peaches in there. I have not had peaches this summer, and that seems criminal. Non-alcoholic Chardonnay, fresh peaches instead of like ice cubes. I think that that would be really cute, really fun. I want to go on like a sunset walk with Andrew and just savor a summer evening. We've actually been having really nice summer nights here, so I do want to do that. And then last, I think I just want to have like a reflective journal session about how my summer went. I think that's it. I think that'll be the 5 things that we do for our little end of summer bucket list. All right, loves, we had the absolute loveliest yoga class, and then we went and sat in the cafe for lunch. So nice. There's a cafe, such good food. We were both very impressed by the food. Delicious, 10 out of 10. Sat for a little bit, relaxed, kind of came down. Now we're at the pool. It's super hot. We're obviously in August, so probably only gonna be here for like 45 minutes maybe, but we're still getting some sun. I brought the 2 book options that I was talking about. I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This is actually the last Carly Fortune book that I need to read. And it's a signed copy, which is so cool. Andrew got me this a couple years ago before I even knew who Carly Fortune was. And then I also have It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. I meant to read this last summer, and so I really do want to get this read this summer. So we're rounding out the summer with these two books. I feel like these are perfect summer reads, summer vibes, cool vibes, 2 romances, just, yeah, all the summer goodness. I can't decide which one I'm going to start with, so I'm going to read the back and then go from there. Or maybe I'll let Andrew pick, because that's usually fun. All right, pick a book. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? That one? Oh, that was fast. Okay. We're starting with this one? Okay, here's our choice. The Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I love Carly Fortune so much. So let's go. Oh my gosh, look at this stunning yellow. Look at this stunning yellow. It's actually not as hot as I thought it was in the shade, which is nice, because last Saturday it was way too hot. All right, let me tell you guys a little bit about this book. Okay, it says, this summer they'll keep their promise. This summer they won't give in to temptation. This summer will be different. This follows Lucy. She's a tourist vacationing at a beach house on Prince Edward Island. Felix is a local who shows her a very good time, but the only problem is Lucy doesn't know he's her best friend's younger brother. Lucy and Felix's chemistry is unreal, but the list of reasons why they need to stay away from each other is long, and they vow to never repeat that electric night. But it's easier said than done. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's start it. Okay, I've been having the absolute loveliest lazy Sunday, and I feel like I have not had an actual traditional lazy Sunday in a long time. Andrew took the day off too. Yesterday I was like, I think I'm gonna get up and go to yoga. I was making all these plans. And then when we got home from doing things all day, I sat on the couch. I was like, I'm not moving tomorrow. I wanna read my book. Like, I wanna finish my book. And we are on the epilogue, guys. And I think I mentioned, but after this, I will have finished all of Carly Fortune's books. So I have this stack here so I can give you guys my ratings. A lot of people do that with Emily Henry. So I thought it'd be fun to do Carly Fortune. I think I have read all of Emily Henry's books as well. No, I still need to read Beach Read. I'm supposed to read that this summer. But anywho, I've just cracked open this non-alcoholic wine. So cute. And I feel like I can't even taste the difference. And it's so nice. We got home yesterday, sliced the peaches and froze them, just popped them in. Andrew's having a glass as well. I also, since I'm already on the epilogue, I also made a little snack plate. I have some cheddar almond crackers, some red grapes, and some Laughing Cow cheese. The perfect snack. And I also brought all of my journaling stuff out. So we'll do like a little kind of scrapbooking journaling, which I don't typically do, but I thought that would be super fun. I want to do like some like kisses of my favorite lipstick from the season. I've got some ribbon. I've got a flower that I had squished all night long or pressed all night long. And my pen, my highlighters, my journal, like I am ready. Let me tell you quickly before we read this epilogue, I will tell you guys my thoughts. I'm feeling all cutesy and yellow. Yellow has been my favorite color this season. I have been living in this outfit. You guys have seen me in it in so many vlogs. I will be sad to let it go. But honestly, it's pretty hot here through like December, so I'll still be wearing it, but probably not as much in the vlogs. But I've been loving this outfit, loving the color of this book. Like, yellow has just been so happy. I never used to like yellow. Now I just love yellow. But anywho, before we read the epilogue, this is about to be possibly in the second place for my favorite Carly Fortune books. I absolutely love it. I was so caught off guard. It has one of my favorite quotes, like my top favorite quotes of all time in any romance book. And it actually doesn't have anything to do with romance, but as somebody who deals with anxiety, there's a quote in here that really stuck out to me, so much so that I'm gonna get it tattooed. I wrote it in my journal. I was like, I just found a fine line artist, so I wanna give her a call and get some work done. I've been wanting to get something to represent like my love for books or like some favorite books, and this one just stuck out to me. And I will read you the quote. It is on page 160. It is, "I am here now and everything is okay." I love it so much. I just have to decide where I'm gonna get it. This follows Lucy and Felix. So I read you guys a quick description of the book before I started, but before I read the epilogue, I wanna tell you all about it and just why I'm loving it. I actually cannot relate to the female main character at all. And at first I thought, is this gonna bother me? I don't typically have to relate to a character to like a book, but at first I was like, is this gonna bother me? Like, they're casual hookups and stuff, and she's just like the female main character that I can't relate to at all in a lot of ways. And then Felix is kind of this seemingly kind of player guy, but it all just came together so beautifully. Something that I loved about this book was actually Lucy's relationship with Bridget, which is Felix's sister. Her love for her best friend was so palpable to me. Like, I was crying in the end over that relationship. And Felix is the way that he matures, because this takes place, like you're getting moments of the present, and then you're going back in time. They met 5 years ago, and it's going like 5 years, 4 years into different events from those last 5 years. And the way that Felix matures and who he becomes, because she meets him at 24, so he's 29 in the end, is chef's kiss. In the end, we do celebrate Lucy's 30th birthday with her. And I will say that I love Carly Fortune's writing. Like, that is why I think she's one of my favorite current contemporary romance authors. Like, she beats out Emily Henry to me. She beats out a lot of other big contemporary romance authors. I just adore her writing. I love the way she writes spice. It's not overly done. It's not like overly detailed or too much on the page. Like, I feel like she can really twist her words really beautifully and make it still very romantic rather than just spicy. And when Lucy turned 30, like, the coming into herself moment that she had and the time she had to herself, like, really spoke to me. My ear just kicked on, it's so loud, sorry. Because I was alone when I turned 30, and I was away from my family, and I was going through a divorce, and I was living in a city alone, just having, known people for a few months that I worked with. I was finishing my clinical fellowship year. Like, it just really, really spoke to me, the growth and the development that the character had. And I think it's beautiful. I think the writing is beautiful. I've loved this story so much. So we will see where it ranks. Let's finish the epilogue. I am done, and this was so much fun. I just finished her acknowledgments, and even she said, she's like, I just want to have fun with this book. She had a really hard time writing Meet Me at the Lake. I read the acknowledgments of all the books I read. I just really like her acknowledgments. She also narrates all of her books in her audiobooks, which I just think is so fun. And she actually does a really good job at the male voice, because I can be picky about that. There was no dual point of view in this book. This was all told from Lucy's point of view. Also, this is a love letter to Prince Edward Island. This is a love letter to Anne of Green Gables. This is super atmospheric. Like, I want to go to Prince Edward Island now. I wrote in my journal, like, plan a trip with my mom because she loves Anne of Green Gables. And I really need to read that series and watch that series. That's one of my mom's favorites. And this was just a love letter to that. 4.5 stars. I love this so much. This was fun. It was a good time. And it was unconventional in so many ways. And I think that's fun. So if you want something that's a little less predictable, I recommend it. Let's go through my rankings. So we'll start in 5th place. 5th place is going to go to Meet Me at the Lake, which is unfortunate that a lot of people put this in their last spot because it really was very personal to her, and I know that she poured her heart and soul into this. And with that being said, it's a very good romance. I love all of her books, but something has to go in 5th place. So it will go to Meet Me at the Lake. Now here is where it gets tricky. It's so hard. This is so many people's number 1. This is going to be my number 4. Crazy. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you've read these books, if you've read all of yours, what your rankings are. I would love to know. I absolutely love Charlie. I also cannot wait to see him get his moment in the show. I love this book. I also loved Alice. This is definitely a character-driven story for me. Love them so much, but this is going to go in my 4th. And then this is where it gets really hard, because I'm like, which one is going to get 3rd and which one's going to get 2nd? I don't want to fall into the recency bias trap, but I'm going to give it to Every Summer After. And ultimately, because there were parts of this book that infuriated me, and I wouldn't say parts of this book, but there were moments that Sam had in here, the male main character, that absolutely infuriated me to no end. He was really difficult for me. He really, his redemption arc, like, people blame Persephone for the things that went on in this book. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All Sam's fault. This gets 3rd. And in 2nd place, This Summer Will Be Different. You guys already know how I feel about this. I loved it. This was a good time. There was nothing about this book that infuriated me. Take with that what you will. And in 1st place, one of my all-time favorites. This is up there for me with, this is one of my favorite reads of the year, 2026. This is up there for me in my top romances. This is so good. Our Perfect Storm. Also, I have the absolute most stunning copy. Are you kidding me? Look at the front of this book. Are you kidding me? I love it. This is Friends to Lovers. This is a love story to Little Women. And I think I love that about Carly Fortune. She really incorporates her love for other works into her stories. And if I was going to write stories, I would do the same. And so, yeah, I just love Carly. I love her style. Number 1. Let me know if you've read this. Those are my Carly Fortune rankings. I'm so happy. I can't actually believe I've read all of her books. Look at me being a super fan. Let's journal now. I absolutely love the way this turned out. I actually thought that I wasn't going to be too into this type of journaling, but I think I just became obsessed. I also think like part of it, like the perfectionist in me wants everything to be perfect. And I'm like, just put things on the paper. Like it doesn't have to just like, I was like, what am I going to journal about? Does it have to be this big complex entry? I'm like, girl, just journal things that you love this summer. Literally this summer, I love fresh flowers, hydrangeas, pool days, yellow everything, this yellow set, like Gracie Abrams' new album, The Cure by Olivia Rodrigo, doing yoga with Andrew, reading summer thrillers, layering perfumes, my rose hair perfume from Diptyque, which I think I'm gonna spray on here actually to just like close it all out. I put a little bow here, little stickers. We've got Sunny Angel and a bow, and then my flower is in here. So really cute little spread. Actually really like this creativity project, and it didn't take me very long at all. But with that, I think I'm gonna get cozy for the night now. I wanna take a bath. I got this Avo Balm from Lush, and I haven't just had like a nice bath bomb bath moment in a while. Andrew's cooking dinner right now. We're gonna have salmon with asparagus and sweet potatoes, which is like one of my favorite dinners. And then I think we're gonna start a new show. I think we wanna watch The Punisher together because we're like down our Marvel rabbit hole right now. So bath, and then I know I said I was gonna start the Annabelle Monaghan book, but I am actually going to read What We Did to Survive by Megan Lally. I unexpectedly got the audio last night and I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this. I love the hot pink on here, so I've paired it with my hot pink Barbie bookmark. This is from Gigi and Bo. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So much. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next cozy vlog.